Welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name's Nicole and this is Dusty Book Sniffers, and basically we're Namaste today. We're nice and casual and we're up to day 8 of Bookmas. So let's get started. Well, good morning or good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I talk about the books that I'm about to open for day 8. So without further ado, let's get into the opening, shall we? Now, if you want to see any of the other videos, the previous 7 openings, that is listed up down below. Go and check out that playlist and you'll find all that there. And of course, I've also added last year's playlist as well. So if you want to see what I got last year. All right, let's get this open. Oh, this is a very tactile book. It's got a rough sort of surface. Can you hear that? It's sort of rough. This one is called Portrait in Sepia. It is a novel and it is by Isabella Allende, I think is how you pronounce it. And so this one is put out by Harper Perennial, which is an imprint of HarperCollins. And it's coming in at, let me just have a look. Wow, this author's got quite a number of books. I love how like some of the imprints of HarperCollins do like interviews in the back with the author, like you get on the audiobooks and stuff like that. They do that, and then they have the advertising, and they set it out really well. So each book has its own thing. And I do apologize for the light. It is a very overcast day here today, and so my camera keeps blowing out. So I do apologize. I'm still trying to find the right spot to film in here, and I'm thinking that it's going to end up being in my chair that's over there, which means that you probably won't very often see my books and everything. So it sort of defeats the purpose of filming in here. So anyway, it comes. Problems of a booktuber, right? Comes in at 289 pages, and this one was first published in let me just see, it was first published in 2001. This one was. So I'm actually really liking some of the historical fiction ones that are a little bit older. I don't know how I'm going to go because sometimes they're a little bit dated, but if they're set far enough back, they're not, because you're in that sort of thing. But sometimes the language can be a bit funny too, and all the rest of it. This is probably coming out in at 11 point for the font, and it's quite really not having much to do with margins in there and almost to the center of the book. So it's not too bad. It feels really nice to hold this book too. I love the roughness of it. All right, so this is set in a 19th century Chile. Well, there you go. And Aurora de Valle suffers a brutal trauma that erases all her recollections of the first 5 years of her life. Raised by oh, okay, so she must be young. Is she young? Don't know. Anyway, she loses, is it the past maybe? Because don't think it would have mattered if it was the first 5 years of her life, recollections of the first 5 years of her life. So yeah, raised by her regal and ambitious grandmother, Pauline, Aurora grows up in a privileged environment, but is tormented by the horrible nightmares. When she is forced to recognize her betrayal at the hands of the man she loves, and to cope with the resulting solitude, she explores the mystery of her past. There you go. Interesting. All right, so that is yeah, I didn't think I showed you the cover, but there you go, there's the cover. I'll put that in front of my face so you can see it. Basically, the camera is blowing out a bit, so yeah, that doesn't help. All right, let's open up the second one, shall we? All right. Okay, so this will be our first giveaway. I've actually already read this book, and this is a thriller type book. It's called 3/5. It's by John Vetcher. It is put out by Pushkin Vertigo Books. It is a gorgeous cover, but this will actually be a giveaway. And unfortunately, this is, you know what? I'm going to open it up worldwide. That's fine. So leave me a comment down below. Put in there the word 3/5, so I know that you want to enter into the competition. And once I'm finished doing this, I will draw that and basically let you know if you're the winner or not. So this was following the story of a young lad that was estranged from his dad, didn't know who he was or anything like that. He's a young black man. I believe he's a young black man. And he also has a friend that has just got out of jail, and they hook up and all that sort of stuff. And a story flows on from there. And with you know, the ramifications of race and all that sort of stuff. And basically I believe he is actually biracial, and so his mum's working really hard and she's a bit of a drinker and all that sort of stuff as well, and then this unsavory guy that turns up. And I got the impression when I read this book that the guy was involved with white supremacists and stuff like that. It wasn't an easy read. From memory, I read it a couple of years ago, but it was a good read. I did enjoy it, and I believe I gave it 4 stars, so take that for what you will. And John Vetcher is from Philadelphia, is where he's from, and I have not read anything more of this particular author's work, and it's set in so it's set in Pittsburgh in 1995, and 22-year-old Bobby Scenario is a biracial man passing for white, and Bobby has hidden his identity from everyone, even his best friend, a fellow comic book geek, Aaron, who just returned from prison and newly radicalized by white supremacists. During the night of their reunion, Bobby witnesses Aaron mercilessly assault a young black man with a brick, and in the wake of the horrifying act of violence, Bobby must conceal his unwitting involvement in the crime from the police, as well as battle his own personal demons. 3/5 is a harrowing story about racism, brutality, and more urgent now than ever. Now, if I remember correctly, this was published in 2019. It was published, and this particular one came out in 2020. So, so it is a very hard read. There, as I said, as you just heard, we're looking at someone that's passing for white, but yeah, it was not the worry that his mother has and all the things that go with that, and all the people that he's hanging around being newly radicalized white supremacists, and just his interaction with them and how he is quite panicked and all that sort of stuff. It was quite a harrowing read. So this is our first giveaway, because as I said, I have got this before. I don't know where it is on my shelf. I think actually my daughter might have it, or I may have actually passed it on to a friend. I can't remember. But anyway, it is a really good read. If anybody is interested, as I said, just leave the comment 3/5. Don't mention giveaway or anything like that. I mean, as much as I would love the people to come and turn up to find out what giveaways are and watch the videos, I don't really want trolls getting it. I'd rather one of my valued subscribers get it. And I will post this to anywhere in the world. So, but I'll wait until after the Christmas rush, because I'm not going to announce the winner until that week between Christmas and New Year. So I will send it out in the new year to you. So make sure that you comment down below so you can be a winner for that. And as I said, really good book. And sometimes that happens, we get a crossover book, and I'm okay with that. All right, so that is day 8 of the Bookmas, and I really do appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget to leave a comment for the giveaway, and of course I will see you all in the next video. So keep turning those pages, everyone. Bye.